part of Hitman 3. Dartmoor, Death in the Family.
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
I mean, it's the second level of 6,
According
so
to our
we're not going to
intel,
end
Carlyle
here.
keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
I feel like I had more suits in the past, but okay. In fact, isn't there supposed to be like a pre-order set of suits? The training suits? I thought I had 10. Yeah, we'll go with the seasonal suit. I don't remember what the difference is between them. Suppressor, low rate fire, steady aim. Right. We can bring some coins, and we'll bring our lockpick. Let me know if the outside noise is very loud. I wasn't able to play this morning because of a lot of heavy machinery across the road.
Manor, the Carlyle family's home for countless generations.
I can always meet myself if need be.
The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
And it can also like I want to take the PI's outfit then, doesn't it?
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator, hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle.
Bricks, eh?
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you follow me.
Seems to be pretty tricky to get a hold of his costume, honestly.
I know I ought to say anything, but I'm telling you, you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary. And all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me, said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
What did I tell you? She's a sensible woman.
That's a bit
That
excessive.
stuff from your ex
I
was
mean,
like manipulation.
considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house
I guess I
unseen.
thought she was
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Say I must have done something to provoke her.
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on me.
No, no, no.
Well, I appear to be a PI. I appear to be quite capable of walking around undetected. Because it doesn't really seem like anyone knows me.
Thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir. I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
It's a nice room. That's a very large mirror.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be...
I am haunted by terrible, horrible rash choices. Alexa was a rat keeping me afloat. Without her, I cannot go on. Goodbye.
relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
I'm already carrying a gun, so there's no harm in carrying that. Apparently I'm missing 2 clues. I just wanted to look inside it more than anything really, but hey. Why would there be a blank book on the floor? I can hear wind. I think there's a hidden door behind these bookcases.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
There are a lot of guards in this mansion. I suppose when you know what 47's coming for you, you want to make sure you have a lot of guards hanging around.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Ooh.
This is very useful information, 47. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Nice gun display there.
We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Gregory was stopped, which was a surprise. He normally accepts his wife's outrageous behaviour without batting an eyelid. But staying in his mother's bed so soon was just a bit steep, I suppose.
I mean, I can.
To get her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
You're not very good at hiding. How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way. Oh, God. It's such a big responsibility having a baby. I have to protect it, right? How do you even do that? I can't do that.
I remember how it was with the first one. The ones that come after certainly are a lot less of a worry.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
So yeah, like, crucially, the really good thing about this is that I don't have to do any of this.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
I could just walk upstairs and shoot her. Well, mansion master key, that seems like it would be useful.
Zachary's diary.
Oh wow, they turned this into a whole thing so you can be able to mark everyone up. You can check out everybody's rooms.
This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Painkiller. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings.
That's pretty great that you can frame someone for the murder.
Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
I mean, I might as well find out who actually did it, shouldn't I? I wonder if I can go back outside, because those guys might recognize me as not being the person who entered. Plus, they'd frisk me on the way back in again, so...
Can I do anything for you? Yes, actually. Could you speed up time so I don't die from boredom? I fear I may not survive an entire shithole.
Perhaps a brisk walk in the garden would do you good.
I said speed up time, not my party. Now just go away, will you?
Of course, sir. I'll come back later.
How very kind of you, dear Mr. Fernsby. I hope to see you soon. Creepy old git.
Patrick Carlyle. Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
I mean, I already know, but I want to hear
It's
him.
that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father
kind of a
says
nice
Zachary
museum.
and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So, is that it?
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
I haven't even started looking upstairs yet. This level's huge.
Carlisle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
I'm not sure what that little blue icon was. Maybe who's taking a picture with the camera? It's not an icon I've seen before. You look like someone I can talk to.
Rebecca Carlisle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else? Else you want to ask me?
Not at the moment. No further questions.
Phil, did you find out if the vote was notarized? But how the hell did that happen? Nope, we all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day. Right, go to their office and ask the sheriff. They've got. Tell her you want to see the records. Go to take a note for an answer. And call me as soon as you've got them. Thanks, Phil. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Oh my god, with the size of this estate.
fuse, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
You've got to be kidding me. No power, no portrait.
Oh, Madame Carlyle will be furious. She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect. Can't we just take a fuse from another fuse box?
I guess we could do that.
Good. I'll finish setting up, and then we'll grab the fuse just before you call down the family.
Good. Yeah, that's a good plan.
That explains the fuse I found. I always end up picking up a lot of things I never end up using in the level, but it's always better to pick them up and not need them than be stuck without.
With so many of us in, we'll get everything we plan for the next few months done in 3 days.
Ooh, no need to go to the gym after a day like this. Not that I was planning to, though.
This is no time for jokes. It's not like Madame Carlyle to do something like this. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Don't have the master key. Guess it's only for the mansion. Wonder if it's where the plant poison came from.
I'd say worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said to let him stay here, but Ethel was sure Emma would throw him out the first chance she got. Now we'll never know.
Oh my, you're taking this hard, aren't you?
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning.
If I had a wrench, you could fix the equipment to make the lethal poison.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
Again, someone like that. I can't bear to think what will happen to all his rare plants now.
I know, Oliver, I know. We shall all miss him dearly.
Do I have a map? I do have a map. Okay, so we could go out this way and see what's in the other little side house. Still a couple more places we haven't been to inside the mansion yet, but we'll get there. Probably a challenge for killing the target with the garden shears dressed as a gardener.
Madam Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The Undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madame Carlyle. He's in a right state. So, unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of him.
Oh, no, my aim's horrible. Safer for everyone if I just wait here till he says he's ready for Madam.
Damn birds. If I could just get clear hits on those nests.
I mean, how does Madame Carlyle make absolutely sure you and your little friends don't go running your mouths off at the local pub tonight?
No one crosses Madame Carlyle.
Okay, we've explored enough of the map. Let's go back in and keep going with our actual objective. Go straight in, straight through. We'll hit the next couple of rooms we need to hit.
Sup? Why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody rude, that's what it is. Making us come here to play funeral and then show up like nothing's the least bit strange.
Oh, don't get your knickers all twisted.
I'm telling you, she's not fit to be in charge anymore.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must
She sounds
feel the
incredibly
pangs of
guilty.
guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
No, she sounds guilty as heck.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures. Like hugs and encouragement. Just a single spontaneous caress, what a difference that would have made. Right. I clearly remember...
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk.
Oh.
Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff are all the company he had. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me. I clearly remember when I was 5. I climbed a tree and could not make my way down. I was scared.
Alright, we've explored everywhere we can on the ground floor then. Yes, it appears so.
Groceries arrived. We had some of the delivery.
Did the portrait photographer check out? You verified his identity?
Everything's in order.
Yeah, I've got to say, it's not a bad view.
Gotta go. How's everything coming, Glenn?
Very well.
sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself, Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry about me.
May I get you anything, Mr. Patrick?
I'm missing whatever it is that activates the hidden doors.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Sorry.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Like year 10 all over again, just without the awkward slow dancing.
Oh, Dominoes. Thanks, Dominoes.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Oh, which gives Emma more motivation to want to murder Zachary back with poison for added irony. Yeah, it's starting to look like it was Emma. Two seconds there. Yeah. Emma was saying that Zach was depressed when no one else was. Emma was at home alone and said she went to bed with a migraine when no one else was there to back up her story. And she just discovered that her dad, her illegitimate dad, was poisoned to death. I think that's what you call means and motive there. Or motive and opportunity, sorry. Because everyone else went out. How did she figure out how she actually got a hold of the poison? What's up with you, little moon? I know you're mad about the fact that it's cold outside, but I can't make it warmer outside. I'm sorry. I'd like to. Really, I would. Matching the prints in the terrace outside the sitting room. Thank you, I'd appreciate that. I'm currently just doing auto detectoring at the moment. I wonder if this is the stick. This will be the stick that activates the switches, isn't it?
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing? You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed. I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
There are always more secrets to uncover.
Be stupid. Stop acting like you're 15. You're a grown woman.
More to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, dear. Must admit, he's pretty good.
What if he believes we had something to do with Zachary's death?
Oh, please.
He's circling us. I don't see him snooping around your sister. I bet Alexa said something.
Hey, little man. What's up? Yes. Yes. Go on then. She was wanting to go out, and she went out for a while. It seems like the actual culprit is Emma. You can also frame the butler and say the butler did it.
I'd be worried about your mental health, Emma. But sorry, I'm having too much fun enjoying the service.
I don't think you could say it's a suicide that Zachary did, though, because, I mean, you find a bunch of evidence inside the room that clearly show it's not, pardon me, not a suicide. Haha. And sure enough, there's a way into Zachary's room without anyone seeing you. Can't talk to the target, can I?
Carlyles have fought to prosper all of us.
I can talk to her and go to investigation.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Handwriting doesn't match the suicide note. No. Not sure why picking up the walking cane is considered an illegal action when, you know, it's walking around with it is perfectly fine. So many hidden rooms.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Her alibi checks out. I'm disconnected from the Hitman server. Please try again. What? Retry, please. So yeah, everyone's alibi is confirmed except for Emma, who is a valuable suspect. And I believe I found all the clues. Huh, your messages popped back up again there, Edwin. That's weird. The last time that happened was when I was playing Dark Souls, and when that happened when I was playing Dark Souls, the stream ended and gave a grey screen with nothing going. Let's just double check, this is actually still running. Dark Souls with the stream. Yep, it's still running, that's okay. I was kind of vaguely concerned for a minute there that the stream had given out. There's still a room over there we haven't been into.
For one of his beautiful daughters.
It would be pretty unprofessional of me to talk about that. And I certainly wouldn't want a refined woman like you to think I'm unprofessional.
Oh, is that so?
You almost got me that time.
You must have been in some incredibly dangerous situations, right? Shootouts and hostage negotiations.
Hey, so
I...
Oh, no.
That's hilarious, the way they keep getting nervous about it. Here's where we can use this.
An old letter, 47.
Oh God. My intel was getting a bit
Never opened. Must have slid under the secret door nearly 46 years ago. It states that Alexa Carlyle's older brother, Montgomery, wanted Alexa to become the heir to the Carlyle Empire instead of himself. Interesting. You're an excellent detective, 47. Uncovering truths half a century old. If you frame it correctly, I believe you could use the information to convince Madame Carlyle that Zachary committed suicide.
Ah. So even though it's not a suicide, you could frame it as such.
Mr. Fernsby to see her.
Wait a minute. Wasn't there a way to get further up? Ah, it's over there. So if I go back and take a right. I kind of want to save here just because of the fact that we had that issue with the host, with the server. Don't want to lose my connection.
Nah, you don't have the right clearance, mister. Please, don't waste my time.
Oh, okay. We'll go up there in our time then. Alright, let's conclude this. Yes, this is a fun level. Like, I'm just glad they had the opportunity to do a very different kind of Hitman level for what they normally do. Like, Dubai was fun as well, though it was a lot shorter because the story was pretty instantaneous. Excuse me, buddy.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
So yeah, we're going to present it as Emma because it is Emma, and see what that does. Another time that we do it, we'll frame the butler. What is this? Connection to Hitman server has been lost. That's happening a lot more frequently than I like. I think I'm just getting hammered by so many people trying to play the game. I wonder if I'm able to get past the guard this time because I'm following the butler.
Yeah, keep it real.
Excellent.
I need to keep an eye out, you know, stay on top of things like that.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat.
She's got a lot of security in here, hasn't she?
Please, go ahead.
Your niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlyle Empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emma to reclaim what she lost, marry your heir Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlyle Empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used a funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants. Found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the Constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame. I'll have to see to it some other way then. The file you want is in the safe. God, I will get Edwards and make him hurt. I need some privacy. Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle. Mission complete. Well done, 47.
And that's what we call, oh, we lost our comms. I guess, yeah, poetic justice, given that she, murdered her brother that way.
Bitch.
Could also drop the chandelier on him. It's just a hunting shotgun up here. So there's a couple more places we can go to here if we take a right and go straight ahead.
Can't be too careful. Part of the job.
I can't forget his eyes. They were so swollen. It didn't even look
And take a right. Aha. A unicorn horn? Magic is real. Ah, she has a secure room. So you could set an alarm off and then go in and deal with her. I think we've seen everywhere we can see, really. There's another room over there we haven't been to. Need to go down a level. Right and right again.
How are you?
No stone unturned, trophy earned.
Hey, Ron.
Now we just need to get out of here. Oh, we got a boat key in the garden. The question is, where is the boat? Probably over here, right? That makes sense to be the dock. So if we swing left and go out. I suppose the question is, do we want to try and murder Emma? Definitely can do it here. You know what? Nah. She deserved it. Right, I think then there's a boat dock down here. No, it's a bridge. Okay, so we have a boat key, so where is the boat? Because it's not showing up as an exit. Yeah, key to a boat. We'll explore this way and see if it pops up. It makes sense to be somewhere along the river, right? You can just pick up a bit of driftwood. There's the boat. Can I take this as an exit? I have a key. Maybe I can't take it in this disguise. Maybe I'm just not allowed to take it for the first time because of the fact that my comms got taken out. There's an axe there.
Glad I wasn't in when Madame Carlyle showed up this morning. I'm sure my heart would have jumped right out of my chest.
I can believe that. What a surprise.
Hey, how you doing? 47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Yeah, that's why I couldn't take the boat, because that scripted little bit had to go. Unseen assassin, trophy earned. Hey, got silent assassin. Nice. Five stars. Took an hour, but 5 stars. I love the short baller. Thank you. Walkout Mark 3. A couple of hidden stashes unlocked and a new starting location. What time is it? Half.
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Why would you tell me I've disconnected from the server in a cutscene game?
Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Come on, game. Why would you not at least pause the cutscene with this?
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
Okay, Lucas killed himself. And the entire time I got to see that my connection to the Hitman server has been lost.
47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I look forward to your call.
Gray is gone.
You know what? We'll just go to the menu. Because I want to watch that cutscene again, because I want to see the cutscene without having all that nonsense. Oh man, I cannot believe that the cutscene doesn't pause when you go offline, and I can't believe that it's been almost a week since launch and the servers are still having trouble with actually letting me play the game. If I go online here, well, at least I've saved my progress. Failed to authorize your account with the Hitman server. Cool. Good. Great. I'm going to say that if you were watching this thinking, I should ask CJ if it's worth buying Hitman 3 right now, I'd have to say no, because the servers have been giving me issues the entire time I've tried to play. I couldn't even play it on launch day until 1 o'clock, and I couldn't play it at all because I couldn't connect to their servers, so did at least save my progress. It did, yes. So there's that at least. I'm going to give Hitman a rest. I'm going to trim back tomorrow afternoon and give it another go. I'm just going to go play some more Persona 5 Royal, because this server nonsense is very souring on the experience. So yeah, we'll do Apex Predator tomorrow afternoon. But for now, thanks for watching.